Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or I should really say ladies, because this is a female travel Q&A where we, a group of my favorite travel female ladies, are going to answer your travel questions that you've asked on social media.
Hi, I'm Raya from Raya's Here.
Kristen from Hopscotch the Globe.
She's Nadine. You guys know that. And I'm Angelique Cooper, and my channel is Angelique Cooper.
And I am Carrie, and my channel is Carrie Rad. Is from Gara Kieften. Do you have any tips, experience on hairdos and maybe don'ts when you are traveling and don't have access to a shower for 4 to 5 days?
Yeah. Dry shampoo.
Yeah, dry shampoo. Hats are good.
Yes.
Ooh.
Too much dry shampoo over like 5 days.
Yeah.
You start to like build up.
Straw.
Yeah.
So my do would be dry shampoo, but my don't would be like too much dry shampoo, and make sure you put it underneath and not here, because sometimes it sort of looks like dandruff, which sucks.
Yeah.
If you know you're not going to have access to a shower, maybe plan your hairstyles. Like some days I'll like wear my hair natural, and then like a ponytail, then braids, and then like a messy bun, and then a hat, and then you have all 4 days already done. You don't have to think about it.
Merica MN asks, do you feel safe in hostel mixed dorms, and have you ever had a bad experience in hostels? Because we know that you can get, in hostels you have female dorms, and then you have mixed dorms.
So I think it totally depends on where you are in the world. I just did a hostel trip all through Europe. I stayed in like 6 different hostels in different countries, and I stayed in mixed dorms every time, and I felt totally safe. Europe is like so great for hostels, and it's just the most welcoming, easy hostel life ever.
I did Costa Rica, and I felt safe only because I was with somebody that I knew there as well, but I mean, I've never been into a hostel alone.
The one thing is boys are generally a bit more messier than girls.
And they snore.
And they snore.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's a
god.
bad experience.
I've never felt unsafe. I think if you are in a mixed dorm situation, I think the bigger tip is to get a bigger size mixed dorm, so there's more people. I mean, the more people you have around, the less likely something's gonna happen, because it's not like there's less chance of you being alone, which is generally
Where it gets unsafe.
when things get unsafe. So K.E. Quintux asks, how do I travel with my girlfriend without pissing her off and ruining the trip while still being myself? So this is for you gentlemen, that if you are watching this video, a little female advice for you for not pissing your girlfriend off when you're traveling with them.
Give her space if she needs
That's always good. I mean, most of us travel with all their boyfriends or husbands, and I think Sawyer and I have spent like, I don't know, countless hotels or nights in hotels together now, and you learn a lot when traveling with a significant other. For me, I just asked him to keep all this stuff in one area, because boys are messier, and I'm like a clean freak, and as long as he does that, we're good. But I like when he's himself. It makes me learn more about him, so I don't really mind that. So be yourself.
But I think having little like agreements like that work really well. Like, Louis super messy, like on the desk area. I'm like, the desks are always for you, that's fine. But then don't like mess with the bed or whatever. So you can, like, both of you might have little things like that. So
I
just
feel
compromise.
Like it's the complete opposite means. Yeah, I'm the messy one. But I also think it's really important to have your own separate adventures, and that doesn't necessarily mean like a long time apart. It could be even a couple hours in a day or an entire day. I think that gives you more to talk about when you come back together, and makes you miss that person, and I don't know, any small little bickering will go away.
I think I'm the same as you. I think I'm a little bit messier than Alex. It all comes out and stuff in one corner. So I don't have a problem with that necessarily, but you know, I think the best thing to do is not go into a trip with expectations, and I think that's for both partners, especially if you're taking an actual vacation. Like if it's not a work trip or anything like that, and you just want to explore and just go out and do all these different things, to just kind of go in and have no expectations and just kind of just enjoy everything with each other. And then also having your time alone, I think, is so important. You need to have space when you're with somebody for every second of like a 2-week frame, or however long it might be.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, or just general friends. Like you really do need to make sure you have that space, because you're gonna spend a lot of time together with each other. And
I would also say, like, to go along with what you were saying, if you guys want to do different things, like, be cool with that. Like sometimes I'm like, I just want to sit in a cafe and read a book for a couple hours, and then it's like, cool, I'm gonna go explore this place that you don't really want to explore with me. And that's like, be okay with that. You don't have to do everything like together the whole trip. You can do your own stuff once in a while.
Daya Kumats asks, since I am someone who has really terrible period cramps, is there any way to ease the whole period situation when traveling, especially when you're on the move? So periods on the move, girls.
Yeah. So for
Fun.
cramps, yes.
Yeah, cramps.
I'm gonna go all hippie on this. I bring oils. There's a company called Sage, but I'm sure there's other similar companies, and it's just like natural oils that you can rub on the areas that are causing pain, and it goes away. There's natural supplements that you can take that have worked for me.
A couple times it's been really bad, and a lot of hotels actually have hot water bottles, which
Yes.
yeah. So if it's hurting, just call down a lot. Or one time they didn't, and we had a kettle in the room and a plastic water bottle, and don't like make it boiling and like melt the plastic. But if you get it warm enough, it can still help you.
Yeah, and then like wrap it in towels.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
I'm all about positions, like almost yoga positions to kind of, you know, I don't know if I could do one right now, but you know, like needle positions and stuff like that. Like I just kind of like sit in them and like move around, and of course like I take like a Motrin or something. Like I'll always have that with me because I get headaches and stuff like that. Not like the healthiest option, but like a quick like fix, you know?
I get really bad cramps, like to the point of just wanting to cry in a ball, and so I sometimes have to opt for a medicine versus natural. She told me about that yesterday, and I really want to try it because I'm like, ooh, healthy option, I like it. But I have to take Aleve. It's the only one that works for me. So I've heard Motrin works, but Aleve works for me. And like I said, I just keep it in my purse as well. And you just, you know, when you feel it, you're like, I think it's coming. You just gotta be smart and take it, because on a plane, it's so
God.
Yeah.
when you're stuck in one spot, you're just like,
I feel like Cassandra Odyssey asks, how do you keep up with hair color on the road long term?
I don't.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mix dye into my shampoo. So every like maybe once a week, once every other week, I will just use that shampoo, and like I did today, and now it's like bright pink again.
oh, that's so smart. I have blonde hair, so most people get their hair done every like 4 to 6 weeks. I just have my hairdresser weave it in really naturally, so that way if I can't get home, because I actually fly to Utah to get my hair done, and so if I can't get there to get it done, I can like let it go for like 4, maybe even 5 months, and it just kind of looks like it, like a natural, like, what is that? Ombre or whatever they call it.
Ombre. I think that's the way to go. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like having pieces weaved through so that it, when it grows out, it just looks like the sun.
Yeah, you just don't want the harsh line. If you can avoid the harsh line, then you're good for a little long time. Little long
Yeah,
time.
because I was blonde for like a while on my channel, and then I went to ombre, and I'm like, this is so much easier.
Do it as often.
Where am I
And it's cheaper. You can spend that money on travel.
Anna Avadolos asks, how do you navigate going out at night, experiencing nightlife, and staying safe as a female woman, especially if you're in a place you're not familiar with?
I would say go out in a group. I mean, if you have one. Like, I know some people travel alone, so just like that, definitely go along with that one. But if either don't go out alone, go with a group. It's definitely, I feel safer that way, especially if somebody does choose to drink. Sometimes I opt not to, so that way I can be the little babysitter, make sure everyone gets home okay, or just name somebody that
You get to be like
person.
the DD, but without driving generally. Because,
but yeah, just make sure everyone's safe. It's just smart that way. Just be smart when you're traveling.
That's why I love hostels too, because even if you are alone, like everyone at hostels wants to go out at night. Like that's just the vibe. So you can have a group to go with.
Yeah. This one's pretty obvious, but I think just being really aware of your surroundings at all times. I think it's so easy to like get caught up on our phones or just like looking down when we're walking and not necessarily like, I know I'm sort of paranoid, so I like am constantly staring at everybody around me, and I'll like look behind me like 5 times when I'm walking. But I think that that's good, because being hyper aware when you're alone in some place that you don't know where you're going or where you are or what like it might be like in that area, then I just think being like hyper aware is such a good way to keep yourself safe.
Keeping your head up, I find, like being confident, like you own the place, like you know the place, not like you don't know the place.
Male or female, there's always going to be sketchier situations at nighttime than there are during the day. Like, don't go through dark alleys. Make sure you have a way to get home when you know how to get home.
And
like,
pre-plan
that you're
it
not
before you
walking.
drink. Like, write down the address of your hotel, whatever.
Yeah,
make
like
sure
have a
you
card
have
on you that you know where you're getting back to, and let somebody know that you're going out for the night. Like, those are safety precautions you would take anywhere in the world, regardless of if you're traveling or if you're at home.
It's good to make sure that your phone is fully charged too, because we do have phones, and we like they are great ways to like get
a hold
help
of people.
or figure out where we're
Like,
going.
yeah.
And I know back in the day they didn't have that, but we have them now. So
Make sure you use them properly.
yeah, just make sure they're charged, because there's been so many times where I'll like walk out and be like, oh no.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for asking your lovely questions, and go check out all these ladies. I'll leave information down below. Go subscribe to them, and we're gonna go off to a gala right now. So that's what we're gonna go do.
That's why we look like this. We just don't do this normally.
We just woke up.
All this
Eyelashes.
I know, it's like full on hair and makeup. All right. Okay. Cool. Thanks, guys. Bye.